I had the extreme fortune as a child to have a father who really loved to read to me. And so he would pull me and my siblings together, and we'd sit in his giant chair or in our beds or wherever, and he would pull out a book, and we would get to escape as a group into these fabulous narratives, whether it was The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or later The Odyssey, just these images and these tales of people doing extraordinary things. And by reading them, we got to live vicariously through them. And so from a very young age, I had a great appreciation of the power of stories as an escape and as a way of maybe reimagining, too, what I could be, just as these characters are doing things that I never could imagine myself doing. And so that's something that I've brought with me into adulthood, and as I've done my studies in literature and English and writing, is taking seriously the power of story, not just as a place to escape, but as a way to shape our imaginations and our identities, and then engaging with the larger world to help us understand what's happening around us, and as a way of explaining to others what's happening. And so that's something that, as we are coming into this course, we really want you to take seriously, and to start from a place of taking that seriously, because we are surrounded by stories, whether or not we're aware of them, whether they're a text or simply the way we introduce ourselves. Right? My name is Elizabeth Kerns. I'm the instructor for this course. I've been teaching it for several years now, along with Jessica Hughes, whose video I have left for you to watch as well, because while she is not engaged in teaching this class this year, her description of how we can read the Bible is really fabulous, and she is far more eloquent on that subject than I am. So please, after you finish this video, go and watch that, her introduction. It will be very helpful to you. What I do want you to take away from me, though, and she will affirm this, is that no matter the text, no matter your previous notions or engagements with it, and certainly no matter what community you're reading it in, we want you to come away from this course with a better understanding of not just how to read, and certainly not what to read, but what questions to ask as you read. Not just the how or the what has happened, but the why, and the significance not only for the text itself, but then potentially even for you. If I'm reading the story of Abraham and Isaac, and I say, well, okay, Abraham is gone, and he's been asked to sacrifice his son. It's not just, well, how is he supposed to do that in the first place? But why would God ask that in the first place? Why would Abraham react the way that he does? And what does that mean for me? And certainly there are stories like that one that you may already be very comfortable with and familiar with, and you may feel like you have an answer to it already. But one of the beauties of reading this in community is that, one, we can affirm that there are many, many ways to read the story, but two, we actually can learn from each other. Because while there certainly are sometimes deeply incorrect ways of reading a story, not necessarily that one, but deeply incorrect ways of factually engaging with the text, there are still many, many ways to correctly or to generously or to, shall we say, interpretively read a text. And so the practice that I hope you take away from this course is that that can be done, and also how to do that well. So please go watch Jessica's video, go read the syllabus, read it very carefully. There's some very helpful things for you there. And then, should you have any questions or comments, the best advice I can give you in this class overall is to be proactive in reaching out to me for whatever reason, even if it's just to say hello. I'm very accessible via email, as is your other instructor, Grace, and we would much rather hear from you sooner rather than later. So I am very much looking forward to spending this next semester reading with you, and I hope to and look forward to speak with you all soon.